All right, so here we are with our simulation, and I wanted to show you, this is the simulation here on the left. This is the data sheet you'll be using on the right, so setting up a split screen of some sort will be your best option. And if you take a look at it, you're going to make a prediction with the starting population for plant A and plant B. Then you're going to make a prediction for the ending population. So how many of plant A will be there at the end? How many of plant B will be there at the end? How many herbivores will be there at the end? Then right here, at the bottom is where you're going to record the actual amounts, starting population and ending population. So remember, predictions are like our guess ahead of time. Okay, so you've got your plants down here, your herbivores, and so we're going to take a guess as to how many we start with and how many we end with. So go ahead and take some time to fill that in. Press pause on the video if you need. All right, now we're going to do the actual simulation. So I'm not going to put numbers in here because your numbers actually may be different than mine. So we just have the 2 that are in there, and I'm going to hit run. Oh, okay, hold on, I'm gonna pause. Okay, now it has the 2. Run again. So these are the plants. And down here it shows the numbers. So it showed the starting numbers, day 0, and then the ending numbers. Okay. And then I'm gonna stop. Then I'm also gonna add in an herbivore. Now that's 3 plants, so I have to take 1 off, and I'm going to add in an herbivore. So then you can also specify which plant it eats. Okay, and run it again. And then you'll see, so actually I want to reset. I go from 0, got my 2 plants, my 1 herbivore, and run. Now I can also see how many of the plants are there, how many of that the herbivore are eating, and I'm going to calculate and put those in and write in the ending populations. Then I'm going to respond to these questions. Did you find one producer to be dominant? Take over, right? And if you don't know what any of the vocabulary words are, you just look those up. Why might one producer be dominant over another? Does adding the herbivore establish a more equal field? Okay. So answering these questions in complete sentences. How do producer population numbers with the presence of an herbivore? So basically by putting an herbivore in, how does that compare to the previous model with no herbivores? Then you're going to be looking at it again by following the next steps. You're actually going to put in plant A, plant B, omnivore, and a top predator. Okay. So you are going to make a prediction, then you're going to run it once, and then you're going to maybe make some adjustments and run it again. Okay, so if I reset all off, or reset presets, something along those lines, I'm going to put in a couple of plants, 1 omnivore, sorry, 2 plants, 1 herbivore, 1 omnivore. I got them and then the top predator. You get to choose what they eat there. Okay, then I run simulation. So this would be one run, one simulation, and then I would maybe make some different choices, some slight adjustments, and run yet another simulation. Okay, then I'm going to respond to those questions. So this is obviously an imaginary ecosystem, but if all the plants die out, right, what would happen? Did any of the species increase in number? What could account for the increase? Why would it have increased? Why would it have decreased? And then this one is showing you could put everything in there, right? You're gonna make a prediction. This is where you would click all on and then try it a couple of times. If you made any modifications, and so those modifications might be if I have something all on, but then I have the squirrel only eats this plant, or the squirrel eats both of these plants, or something along those lines. Those might be modifications you made. Then you check and see, was your prediction correct? How did you arrive at your prediction? And so just finish up those questions. Reach out if you have other questions, but do some exploring in this simulation and answer the questions. Have an awesome day.